We're on 9-3, angle pairs, on page 244 in the Green Book. Two objectives here. We're going to identify complementary, supplementary, adjacent, and vertical angles, and then we're going to find missing angle measures by solving equations. Okay, complementary angles are two angles with a sum of 90 degrees. The two angles complement each other. That's how I want you to think about it. They complement each other right there. Okay? So right here we have this angle, XYZ, and then angle ABC. And you add them together, they're going to equal 90 degrees. So they are complementary. Okay? Supplementary angles are two angles with the sum of 180 degrees. Each angle is a supplement of each other. So angle MNO, which is 117 degrees, then angle ONP, which is 63 degrees, and you add them together, equal 180. So those two angles are supplementary. You could also do one, for example, if it was 160 degrees, like this angle right here, we'll say it's about 160. And then this little baby angle, which is 20. These two angles added together equal 180, so they are supplementary. Okay? On to adjacent angles. Adjacent angles have a common side and vertex, but have no common interior points. So right here, angles BAC and CAD are adjacent because they share this common side right there. So angles, you could also refer to them as numbers. So angles 1 and 2 are adjacent because they share this common side right here. Okay? Alrighty, over here we have angles 3 and 4. They're adjacent. They also form a linear pair because both angles are on a straight line. Okay, so when you add these two up, they're going to equal 180 and be a linear pair because they share the same line. Okay? Alrighty, vertical angles, my favorite. Vertical angles are opposite angles that are formed by two intersecting lines, and they are congruent. So right here, this angle is a vertical angle to that angle, so they are congruent. So we'll say that's angle A, that's angle B. So angle A is congruent. Remember what that sign means to angle B. We have, let's call this one C. Let's call this one D. So these two are vertical angles. So angle C is vertical to angle D, and they are congruent. Okay? Please remember that. Vertical angles are congruent. Okay? Alright, this last part here is finding a missing angle measure. Okay? So they give us two different degrees here. So we have angle ADB. It's 90 degrees. We know that because that's the 90-degree angle. Then we know that angle ADF is 42 degrees. So we're trying to find X and Y. Okay, so the first thing is, let's find X. So I know that this angle right here is going to equal 90 degrees. We already know that this angle right here is 42 degrees of it. So let's do 90 minus 42. Okay, it's going to equal 48. So X is going to be 48 degrees. Okay. This last one is Y. How are we supposed to figure out Y? So if you just were to turn your tablet or your phone or kind of look at it differently, and if you were to look at it where you're looking at it from this straight line perspective, you know that this whole thing right here has to equal 180 degrees, right? Okay? Well, we already know 48 is a supplementary angle. Or I'm sorry, X is a supplementary angle to Y because they share the same line. They're a linear pair. Okay? So let's do 180 minus 48. Whoa. Super sloppy. Sorry about that. Let's do 180 minus 48. It's going to be 132 degrees. So X is going to equal 48 and Y is going to equal, well, if I could just write a little bit neater, 132 degrees. Okay? Alrighty. So we're going to experiment more with this topic in class. Okay? But I want to go to the try these, numbers 1 through 8. So we're going to do number 1 together. It says, name an angle congruent to angle 1. So for the first set of try these, they have these two intersecting lines. Okay. Angle 1 is right here. Okay, it says name an angle congruent to angle 1. So, it says that angles, okay, we don't do that. Okay. So which angle is congruent to angle 1? I'm going to pause the video and I hope that you have the answer. Hit play whenever you're ready. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 3, and we know that because they're vertical angles. Okay? Just like how angle 4, right here, is congruent to angle 2. Okay? Alrighty, so try to finish up 2 through 8. This was number 1. So finish up 2 through 8 in your notebooks. Make sure to have your textbooks open when you're writing these notes down. Okay, I'll see you next time in class. Bye, guys.